judgmental people can have a much greater effect on an individual's life than they truly know. Growing up is hard enough for any child, especially one with an extremely visible birth defect, such as a cleft lip or cleft palate. I was born with a severe cleft lip and cleft palate, but the horrible insecurities about my birth defect did not really start until I started attending school. Attending school quickly exposed me to multiple harsh comments and questions by my fellow classmates that were unavoidable. Many experiences throughout my life have been evidence that being born with this birth defect can affect every aspect of your life. I want to inform my audience of what a cleft lip and cleft palate is and how important it is for children with this birth defect to have a strong support system. The world we live in today is too focused on people's physical appearance very often. If someone wears unusual clothing, talks differently, or participates in abnormal activities, society quickly places negative judgment on them. An individual with a physically visible birth defect is subject to the same type of judgment every day of their life. I believe that people becoming more educated on what exactly cleft lip and cleft palate is could possibly cause them to see that this is a birth defect, just like someone being born without a limb or without a particular sense. Everyone that has a birth defect has to encounter daily challenges. For something that they have no control over. According to the Numerous Foundation, cleft lip and or cleft palate is believed to be caused from environmental and genetic factors. During the 6th to 10th week of fetal development, the upper jaw begins to form and come together. For a fetus that will be born with a cleft lip or cleft palate, these bones and tissues will never grow together. Therefore, the palate cannot come together, leaving a large opening in the roof of the mouth, resulting in a cleft palate. This can cause multiple feeding, ear, and nasal issues for an individual. As far as a cleft lip goes, it is the same concept as a cleft palate, except the lip does not grow together, leaving an opening for the lip up to the nose. Children that are as fortunate as me undergo numerous surgeries to repair the cleft lip and or cleft palate. I had my first surgery when I was 9 weeks old, plus an additional 15 until I was 16 years old. Through these surgeries, the most important asset for these children is to have a strong support system. Not only with the support system can it assist in the healing process after surgery, but a good support system is vital for the emotional stress that this birth defect can place on a child. Every child that attends school today is subject to bullying. Therefore, a child with a birth defect is almost guaranteed to be taunted on a regular basis. Self-esteem is a large issue among children and adolescents of the world today, and having this birth defect can create a much larger range of personal battles for individuals. Lynn Murray found that children with cleft lip and cleft palate often struggled in the classroom. Murray further explained that these children display problems interacting well with their peers and exceptionally unhappy behavior. I believe that this type of behavior is closely related to the children feeling physically different from their peers. I was lucky enough to have one of the strongest support systems imaginable for a child with this birth defect. My family always made sure that I did not feel as though I was different than any other child. Oddly enough, sometimes I even consider myself lucky. Not all kids got to take trips to Memphis on a regular basis. Of course, I did have to go to the doctor, but after the doctor, my dad and I always went ice skating. Through school, I did face multiple harsh comments, but having a strong support system that was behind me 100% made me the strong person that I am today. Now that I have equipped you with the knowledge of what a cleft lip and cleft palate is and how the birth defect can affect a child, I hope that each of you can grasp the concept that it is only a birth defect and that these people are no different than you. According to the Journal of Indian Association of Pediatric Surgeons, this birth defect occurs in 1 in every 700 live births, which means it is more common than many other birth defects. No matter what, there is simply no way for children and teens to avoid getting made fun of throughout school due to the type of society that we live in. However, each individual can contribute to stopping this type of behavior by choosing to always live by the rule that we have heard our entire lives. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Through the whole classroom.